This is Channel 2 News, coverage you can count on.
It's a move forward, and hopefully it ends in a positive for consumers.
The state of Nevada took a local electronics dealer to court today over complaints about its business practices that have come in from all across the country. And that is tonight's Channel 2 News Big Story at 5:30. This is an update to a story that we first brought everybody last week. Good evening, everyone. I'm Wendy DeMonte.
I'm Kristen Remington. Thank you for keeping it here tonight. Now, this is a Sparks company that does business online, offering money to buy people's old electronic devices. But complaints have been pouring in from people all over the country doing business with them, saying they end up with a lot less money than originally promised. Aaron Breen has been following this story for weeks now and joins us live in the newsroom with more. Aaron.
Well, Kristen, the company is called Laptop and Desktop Repairs, LLC, but it actually goes by some other names, like Cash for iPhones and Cash for laptops, too. While the Better Business Bureau and the Attorney General's office have received a lot of complaints, today's hearing wasn't really about that specifically. It was more about whether the company is complying with the Attorney General's subpoena for records to investigate the case. You see that stack of papers? Those are customer complaints about the company.
That were in existence when I first filed. That's since then.
And Attorney General John McGlamory there, well, he started asking for documents concerning those complaints last November. The company's attorney says that the request was too broad.
Essentially, the subpoena asks for everything in the kitchen sink.
The state says that the company's stalling.
And the reason they're delaying is because they want to make more money before finally having to answer for their acts.
And the large majority of the complaints and inquiries aren't even from our state.
The Attorney General's office has received 232 complaints since January 2014.
The Better Business Bureau has hundreds more than that.
We've received more than 1,700 complaints in the last 3 years, the majority of those within the last 12-month period. This is of concern to us.
I'm not going to comment on anything relating to company practices. This is an industry. I think you probably should do your own homework on what the industry practices are. So that's my comment.
Today's hearing before Judge James Russell was specifically about whether the company has appropriately complied with requests for the documents and specifically what should be released.
The Attorney General has not yet filed any criminal or civil proceeding against our client. This is strictly about a process to get documents to allow them to assess whether or not there's a unfair business practice.
Now, the AG's office was hoping to get an injunction to stop the company from doing business, but the judge instead gave the company a time frame of about 2 weeks to turn documents over to the state. And, of course, we will keep you posted. Covering the big story, Aaron Breen, Channel 2 News.